What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're reviewing Clash in Paris 2025. Jumping into the first match, it was Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. 90% of the match involved the turnbuckle and the announce desk. They kept clearing off the announce desk, messing with it. No one was put through it during the match. And then Bronson kept getting hit into this post right here by Roman Reigns. He didn't even cover himself up. He just took it. It was it was crazy. There were so many like suicide dives and just crazy spots. Roman hit a Samoan drop to Bronson Reed from the middle rope. It was kind of quick, but it was crazy. And in the end, it took all it took was Roman Reigns to hit a spear, because neither of them could hit their finisher. Neither of them were able to hit their finisher because the other person kept reversing it or moving out of the way. But he finally hit the spear. He defeated Bronson Reed. He saw Paul Heyman talking to Reed while he was celebrating, put Heyman into a guillotine, took his shoes back, signed them, threw them into the crowd. Well, he cut the laces, then he threw them into the crowd after signing them. And out of nowhere, Braun Breaker spears the crap out of Roman Reigns, puts him through the table. Bronson hit a few tsunamis. They were just assaulting Bronson Reed till Jey Uso finally came down to the ring. But even then, they took care of Jey, and after the attack, he had a chest protector on, and Braun and Bronson got escorted out of the arena, and they could not get involved in the main event. Jumping to the next match, it was the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits. This match got added on SmackDown because they finished like a little tournament they were doing. And so the entire Wyatt Six got involved. Bo Dallas got in the head of the Street Profits on Friday, and that kind of played a factor in tonight's match. They were like questioning each other's abilities, or like just arguing over little things. Then they finally got on track, and B-Fab was yelling at them on the apron, telling them to do stuff when they just got on the same page. So that was the only stupid thing about the match. A lot of high-flying ability from Angelo Dawkins. He did a tope. Then he got in the ring, did a leapfrog. He did a swanton. He was just doing so much high-flying stuff. Dexter, Gacy around the same. And, of course, Montez did a little bit because that's what he is. He's a high flyer. Eric Rowan got involved when Loomis and Angelo were fighting on the outside. Eric Rowan threw him over the barricade. Then Montez took both of them out. And in the end, the referee was getting distracted by Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. So Montez was trying to get in the ring. He had his got his foot held to the ground by Nikki Cross. Bo Dallas hit him with a Sister Abigail. Then Loomis ran out of the ring, threw Montez in. They hit their tag finisher on him, and they retained their titles. Jumping to the next match, it is Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental title. Nikki brought out all the stops in this match. She had the Fearless Lock, the Rack Attack 2.0, some Disarm Hers. She even hit on Becky Lynch. She set Becky Lynch into the post when Becky tried to hit a manhandle slam onto the stairs. She threw her into the post 9 times and then face planted her into the steps. And it was crazy. Becky suplex off the top rope and immediately hit her, disarm her. And it was insane. But in the end, right when this match was getting at its full potential, Becky rolled Nikki up and the match ended. And that was kind of disappointing to see, because they had such a good match. It was getting so good, and right when it was actually getting like really, really good, it just ended in a roll up. Out of anything that they could have done, they ended it in a roll up. Jumping to the next match, it was Rusev versus Sheamus in a good old fashioned Donnybrook match. There was bars, barrels, weapons of every sort around this entire ring. Sheamus had the shillelagh, and Rusev got a kendo stick pretty fast. Those were the two main weapons in this match. They were going all over the ring. A lot of 10 beats of the Batman. Rusev was the first one to do it right here. Sheamus did it on a bar right here. Then did it on this barricade right here. They were going literally everywhere around the arena. And eventually they got on barrels right here. They already set up 2 tables. And Sheamus and Rusev were dangling. They were trying to fight for their lives. Sheamus picked him up for a white noise, put him through both tables, and that wasn't even enough to finish Rusev off. In the end, Rusev was able to get Sheamus in the ring, because he was the first one up, grabbed the shillelagh, hit his the submission, the acolyte, I think that's what he calls it, with the shillelagh, and made Sheamus tap. For the second time in Sheamus's career, he tapped out. The first time was against Gunter, and I believe his last singles PLE match. Jumping to the next match, it was John Cena versus Logan Paul. This match, I mean, from Cena was phenomenal in this match. Logan, definitely one of his worst matches ever. His performance sucked. Now, normally, I would think Logan Paul did at least decent job, but this one, he just did not deliver. Cena was carrying this match. He hit AA after AA, and he made it look better than Logan Paul did, and Logan Paul was the one selling the move. But it was mainly AAs. There were a few right hand punches by Logan Paul, like the knockout punch. Yeah, I believe that, or no, one lucky punch, that's what he calls it. There was an end of days Styles Clash. Just Cena was bringing out all the stops, Code Red, and it was just insane by Cena. One of his best matches on Cena's point of view. For Cena's point of view, one of his best matches ever. He tried to hit an avalanche AA, but then Paul threw him down. He went for a crossbody. Cena picked him up, hit him with an AA, went for another one. Logan Paul tried to get out of it, missed the one lucky punch. Cena picked him up for another AA, and he beat Logan Paul. Jumping to the main event, it was a fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight versus Seth freaking Rollins. The match started with CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso all triple teaming Seth Rollins. Then they brought out a table. They were going to triple team him even more, but Jey Uso hit a super kick to LA Knight, hit a super kick to CM Punk. LA Knight threw Rollins over the barricade, and Jey hit a super kick on LA Knight, jumped the barricade, Cade, him and Rollins were brawling in the crowd. LA Knight was joining in and beating on the two of them. It was just crazy. They finally came back, and that from then it was just chaotic. You had someone somewhat like everywhere around the ring. There was not one part of the ring where no one was at. Rollins and Punk, Rollins and Knight, Jay and Punk, Jay and Knight. And it was like, it was kind of hard to keep up with for a little while, but the table, Punk and Rollins went back to the apron where the table was at. It looked like it was going to be a pedigree from the apron to the table, but then Punk reversed it into a GTS. He was looking for a GTS. Rollins got him with a thumb to the eye, and then Knight pushed Punk into the table, hit Rollins with a BFT. He was about to win, but then Jey Uso breaks it up. There was Rollins. He put Rollins on the commentary table, and Rollins moved out of the way right when Knight jumped, and he went crashing through the table. Jay and Rollins were doing a little back and forth. Jay went for a spear, got hit with the pedigree, and it was just extremely chaotic. Punk finally came back, and they had a little one-on-one sequence until Rollins went out, grabbed a chair, put the chair in the ring, hit a stomp on LA Knight, hit a stomp on Jey Uso, made sure it was just a one-on-one with Punk, set up a chair, and went for a stomp, but Punk moved out of the chair, so he got a foot full of chair. Rollins got a foot full of chair, and Punk hit him with a GTS. Rollins bounced off the ropes, landed in Punk's arms perfectly, but then when he got up, he was showboating a little bit, and Becky, out of nowhere, in a hood, ski mask, everything, hit him with a low blow. Again, revealed to be Becky. Rollins hits him with a stomp, and still, you're a world heavyweight champion. Becky joined the Vision, and everything has probably got a lot worse for the Raw roster. That's going to be today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.